Hi everyone, I'm Natalie. Welcome back to the Food Happy YouTube channel. Thanks so much for tuning in to our second episode. Today we'll be covering highlights from the Natural Products Expo West 2017. For those of you who aren't familiar, the Natural Products Expo is an incredible show, and it's in fact the largest international natural products convention. This year, I had the fortunate opportunity of actually being a speaker, and the title of my speech was An Introduction to Modern Food Safety and Quality Management. The speech was a great success and we had a full house, so I wanted to share with you today a few of the highlights. We started off with the importance of food safety. For those of you who aren't familiar, the Center for Disease Control actually conducted a study, their most recent study, on really understanding the magnitude of how many people on average per year are affected by foodborne illnesses. This number is 9 million. This really goes to show how critical food safety is, and as you manufacturers and consumers, keeping food safety top of mind is absolutely important. We then went into food safety recalls. For those of you who don't know, food manufacturers are either governed by the FDA or the USDA, and this is dependent on the type of product you're manufacturing. Both regulatory agencies have wonderful websites, and listed on those websites are guidance documents on recalls. And recalls, let's be clear, nobody wants them to happen, but the most important thing is that you and your team feel confident in conducting recalls and mock recalls. I highly encourage you to get on these websites and download these free documents to help you in recall preparedness. Moving on, we talked about the modern evolution of food safety. And what I mean by this is, over the last decade or so, there have been a lot of additions into the world of food safety that people seem sort of unfamiliar about. The first is FSMA, or short for the Food Safety Modernization Act. And this is an act led by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, and compliance dates are ranging from 2016 all the way up to 2019. And again, this is dependent on the volume of products you're producing, the size of your facility, and the type of product you're manufacturing. We then talked about third-party food safety audits. What are they, and how can you understand what next steps you and your organization should be taking to reach these goals of getting audited by third-party food safety schemes? Lastly, we talked about common pitfalls across the food industry. And what I mean by this is, as a consultant, I see a lot of the same common threads. Whether you're in confectionery and you're making candy, you're making bars, or say you're roasting coffee beans, whatever the case may be, there are lots of common pitfalls or mishaps that are happening, and I brought forth what they are and some common solutions to why and what you can do to prevent them. An example is allergen cross-contamination. Having a strong allergen program is extremely critical, and one of the biggest avenues of cross-contamination that I see is people who are working on new products, product development, and they're trying to get those new products on the shelves. However, they don't properly communicate to the quality team. And what happens is you have people working in silos, and new ingredients are getting brought in, and equipment's being made on different manufacturing equipment, and because of this, quality is not informed properly, and there you go. There's an allergen cross-contamination, and there's a big issue on your hands. If you're interested in learning more, please click on the link below to access the full presentation on my website, foodhappyconsulting.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until we see each other again, stay food happy.